So, what are we doing today? We're trying to book plane tickets to go to Japan to see 21. We've been looking at the best option considering the airline, what's most affordable, but at the same time, what dates are best to be able to get the best prices. Let me show you the behind the scenes. This is some of the stuff that we've been doing. It's basically cost driven, but it's also doggy driven. This is our doggy. And because Japan is a nightmare to take dogs, you need to have 6 months preparation to be able to take them. What a pity. Oh. What are the things to consider when booking these tickets? One, can we afford it? That means how many days are we staying there? We need to pay for lodging. We need to have sufficient money to be able to just sustain ourselves, pay for food, if we want to take the subway, the train, whatever that is. And we had little to no time to save up for this because 21 just dropped these news on us. So first thing is affordable tickets. It seems Air China is our best option, so we'll see. Then the second thing is the doggy. How long can we survive without the dog? I would say very few, but I think both the dog and us are willing to compromise. And also, one thing, because we had been looking at Air China, for example, some of their flights have like 19 hours layover. That's a lot. No Air China. So we then found that there's some others that have like 3-hour layover. I mean, all of this is considering that they will keep their promise when it comes to schedules, which we heard they sometimes don't. So we're looking at what is the best option budget-wise, and also the amount of days that we're staying also means the amount of days that we have to pay, either Airbnb or hotel, but also how much money we need to be able to basically survive in Japan. I would say just eat. But the occasional trip, the occasional getaway. So we have booking.com. It has been, so far in my research, the most reliable source to book the flights in. When I was looking at prices, some of them were cheaper, but the website reviews weren't great. Booking.com is not the cheaper option. But I have been using Booking. I think everybody that has gone anywhere has at least one time used Booking. So I feel like to some extent it's somewhat reliable. It also has the installment plan that I'm relying to be able to use to be able to book the tickets now. So we're here, we're gonna put, we actually live in Torino, but we could go to Rome and fly from there. But getting to Rome, it's much more expensive than going to Milan. So, we were talking about somewhat of a 300 euros budget for a train to Rome versus 50 euros for buses to Milan. The dates. So ideally, we get to Japan early enough that we don't have the concert the next day, because you kind of lose a day. We're 7 hours away from time zones, but because you're flying, you can have delays, we have a layover, things can happen. So I would be more comfortable kind of leaving Italy around the 6th, around that time, to be able to have a week's time before the concert. And then hopefully a week more after the concert. At least 10 clean days. Okay, it's searching. The thing that I don't enjoy about booking flights is that when you come here and you select the dates, it's always telling you how the prices shift and change. So I'm always thinking, maybe I'm missing on a great deal. One good thing I realized was that Booking is telling me we found better prices. So I'm like, show me. I'm looking at this, for example, 17 hours from Italy to Japan sounds like a good deal. So the first option that I'm seeing right now, it says it would take us 17 hours and 10 minutes to get to Japan. This sounds like a long flight, right? But the first time we went to Japan, we were traveling from Argentina, and it was Argentina to Qatar, and that was like 19 hours, I think. And then again, 16 or something hours to Japan. We need to consider what time we arrived to Japan, because that first time that we went, we booked whatever flight and we got there by night. There were no shuttle buses, no train coming out from the airport, and the only way out was literally a taxi. And a taxi can be like 100 euros. So the fact that this flight is arriving at almost 2 p.m. sounds really good. This is December 6th to December 20th. So I think it's actually 12 and a half days. That's a pretty good flight. But I'm going to look at other prices because it's suggesting that there's better prices, and at least I need to check them out. So I'm taking this other option that is suggesting a good price from December 5th to December 19th, because we are having somebody take care of Julie, that we are considered about the time that we're coming back, because the other option was too close to Christmas Eve. I don't like this one. Wait, 2:50 p.m. It says, you're lucky. There are no better prices on nearby dates. Okay, so it's like almost 13 days, this one. And it's a good price. So Booking is saying, you're good to go. You're good to go. There's no best, cheapest, fastest, whatever flight. The scenarios that we considered like 7-day trip because it was like the most affordable. But then also we considered like a 10-day, and this is like a 13-day. We considered one that was even more, like it was like a 3-week, and there was no way we could afford that. I mean, the price of the trip is not what's pricey. Like the actual tickets are not pricier. It's just that you need to pay for more Airbnb or hotel time and also have more money to survive. So let's go and see few details. So in this case, it's a 3 hours layover in Beijing. Good. And the second one from Beijing to Milan is a 4-hour layover. So that sounds about right. So we have seen a video that somebody was reviewing Air China, and they were mentioning that they might have some layovers. That kind of messes with the schedules. The flight coming back is at 6 p.m. from Canada, so that's a pretty good time. So we can go, we can start getting ready by noon. We can do a checkout from wherever we're at. Okay, so let's continue. I'm getting nervous. Okay, so it's offering me flexible ticket, 100 more euros. But I don't have 100 more euros. Okay, let's consider why we might need a flexible ticket. It says here, switch flights up to 24 hours before your departure time with no penalties. Change your flight to another with the same airline for free. Only pay the difference if the new flight costs more than the original. If you want to keep your standard ticket, it's the cheapest price and you don't need flexibility. You're sure about your plans. I mean, I am sure about our plans. The only thing I don't trust that much is the airline schedule, but if they mess it up, they need to, right? So let's go with standard, right? Let's go with standard. Unlock Genius member only deals. I'm already a genius. Oh. Okay, so the time has come for us to enter our personal data. So you will not see this screen. Let's fast forward to you actually seeing something that you can see, probably the seat selection. I'm thinking probably bringing a carry-on that it's probably empty inside, just the basics, just to see if we bump into any, deals, because Japan has really great deals when it comes to used stuff. Okay, seat selection. So this should be pretty straightforward. Is that my stomach or is it the dog? The first flight, Milano to Beijing, is a 3x3x3 seating arrangement, yes. And then the next flight, which is Beijing to Tokyo, this second trip is 2x4x2 seating arrangement. I don't know anything about planes. I'm always choosing from the free seats. I don't know why would you choose to pay for your seats, but you know. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay. I never, it's so nerve-wracking. How much money do I have in the account though? Oh, that's a great question. Maybe it won't work. Okay, we're committed. Okay, let's do this. Connecting to your bank. Are you serious? Is this going through? Hold on. Purchase almost complete. Do not close this window. Completing booking. This may take a minute. Your flight booking is confirmed. So stay tuned for the next chapter, because the main thing, and this is something that my partner had to remind me several times. The reason we're going to Japan is because of 21. I know that, but I love Japan. So if we're going there, we're spending all of this money, I want to still be able to enjoy the trip and not just be in and out for the concert. But like I said at the beginning of the video, it is a balance. It is a balance. We're balancing that we're leaving our doggy here in great hands, but we're still leaving him behind. And to anybody that has a dear animal in their life, they know how hard it is to be away from them. I just love that he doesn't fucking care. That's it. That's gonna be it, I think, for this video. I feel like I'm always crying nowadays. This is definitely a journey. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye.